Let's dive into the world's worst industrial disaster and its haunting, ongoing legacy.
In just one night, 40 tons of lethal gas were released over a sleeping city.
Our story begins in Bhopal, India, with a factory that was seen as a symbol of progress. But here's the key. The plant was built right next to densely populated neighborhoods.
And inside, it held a super volatile chemical, methyl isocyanate, MIC.
On December 2, 1984, a catastrophic chain of events was set in motion.
A whole cascade of safety failures, faulty valves, disabled alarms. It was a fatal combination.
This toxic gas hugged the ground, silently seeping into thousands and thousands of homes.
The immediate aftermath was just horrific. But believe it or not, the suffering was just beginning.
Official numbers say more than 3,000 people died in just the first few days.
But the true horror is the long-term health impact, which has spanned generations. And the poison didn't just disappear. It seeped into the soil and groundwater for decades.
So what followed was a decades-long fight for some kind of accountability. This kicked off one of the biggest and most controversial legal battles in history. Just look at this. The gap between the original claim and the final settlement is staggering.
For survivors, this felt like a deep injustice. They didn't call it an accident.
And that brings us to today, where the effects of the disaster are still acutely felt. The old factory, it's still contaminated, and cleanup efforts have been tragically slow.
So the fight continues, from medical care, a real cleanup, and global accountability.
It all forces us to ask a really profound and unsettling question about responsibility.